Hey, Bruce here with the 5-Minute Handyman. I'm going to be painting some trim, and I just wanted to share that. This is a bathroom that we're painting the trim, the ceiling, and the walls. The ceiling's already been painted, and second step is to paint the trim. Let me show you some of the hardware and we can talk about it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint a little bit of the baseboard and some of the door frame. Right now I've got a tarp sitting down here, and that's good if you're painting ceilings or painting walls and you want to catch any drips or splatters. But the problem now would be that if I am coming in with my brush and I want to get down low, there's a good chance I'm going to get it all over my tarp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this dispenser, which has painter's tape and then some paper, and you can just use a little piece of tape going along the bottom edge of your flooring, but if you want to just put it down once, and then this paper is wide enough so that when you're rolling the walls you don't have to redistribute any tape or anything. So I'm going to just pull this back, just pull some of this out, drop it down. So now I have my protection for paint getting on the floor. What I'm doing is I'm using a white semi-gloss paint. I'm using a Chinex brush, and I like these Chinex brushes because they clean up very, very well. The bristles are very, very slick when it comes to the paint, so the paint comes off the brush very nicely, and then it also cleans up quite well as well. So let me get my brush loaded up with some paint. And what I like to do when I load up my brush is I will get about half of the bristles covered with some paint, and want to make sure that we wipe it off so we don't drip. But if we do drip, that's why we're using paper here. The other key thing is I want to make sure that when I paint my white trim, I want the white trim paint to just come up the wall just a little bit. That way when I cut the wall paint, it's going to be nice and nice straight uniform line. Okay, now this brush is a 3-inch brush. I use both 3.5 or 2.5-inch and 3-inch brushes, and with this particular white paint, this is a Marquee paint, it levels out quite nicely. And so what I'll do is I'll just go back over nice and lightly to make sure that I've got a nice clean finish. And so that's the process. Just do that all the way around the room. Make sure you have just a little bit of the paint coming up onto the wall so that when we cut the wall we get a nice straight line.